The 2011 season turned a new chapter in Gopher volleyball history. Legendary coach Mike Hebert announced his retirement in December, and Minnesota had the task of hiring a replacement. On February 10, 2011, that replacement was none other than United States Olympic coach Hugh McCutcheon.
Well, I was excited. The team was excited too. I mean, that was when it was first announced. We didn't know when he would arrive to the U, whether it would be in the spring or not.
With his arrival not until 2012, a coaching staff was set into motion. Laura Bush, an assistant with Hebert, remained on staff and was put in place to lead the team until McCutcheon's arrival. The coaching staff's job? To continue the strong tradition of Gopher volleyball and their goal to return to the Sweet 16, which Minnesota hosted in 2011.
Training new technique into a system is never easy, and with the short amount of time, I think they did a great job of getting us ready for the season and to compete well and hard.
Beginning with match number 1, USC.
The Gophers hit the ground running, facing 4 ranked opponents in the first 3 weeks of play.
Service ace.
The Golden Gophers opened the season playing in the AVCA Showcase against Southern California.
Dixon, no answer to that.
Minnesota won the first 2 sets from the eventual 2011 Final Four participant and showed a testament of playing at a high level.
Dixon!
The Gophers would bounce back and gain a win against Oregon with a come-from-behind 5-set victory.
And again!
Ashley Whitman and Jessica Granquist represented the Gophers on the all-tournament team.
I think being able to compete with USC for our first match of the season and then beating Oregon really boosted everyone's confidence, and it kind of just showed what we are capable of.
The AVCA Showcase was a sign of things to come as the Gophers played in 11 5-set matches during the season. The 11 matches led the Big Ten and kept Minnesota fans on the edge of their seats.
I asked the team, I said, are you ready to play 5 sets every night if that's what it takes to win?
Our response was good. I think we are going to fight till the end. We're not going to give up. It just makes us a stronger team, being able to play with teams that long and play at a high level.
We finished that AVCA Showcase 1-1. We come home to Texas.
And Tori Dixon's back to serve. She fires away right to left, and it's going to be another ace. Wow.
The Gophers' next task was to host number 4 Texas in back-to-back matches.
Now Taverson into the middle. Filio has got it.
We were aware that beating them once or beating them on the first night wasn't going to really make a statement unless we repeated it on the second night.
Ranked 11th overall, the Gophers upset the number 4 Longhorns in 3 sets in back-to-back nights.
Now Granquist, left-hand side for the captain Cowles. She's turned away, and it's out of bounds. Minnesota wins! They sweep the Longhorns.
We weren't hurting ourselves, and it's really hard for teams to do that at the beginning of the season because, that's when you have a little bit of the jitters, or, you're not used to the system that we're trying to play. And I think we just really did a good job of following the scouting report and, just had 2 great nights of volleyball, which is really hard to do early in the season.
Minnesota would take its number 6 ranking to the Northern Iowa tournament. The Gophers won the UNI tournament when they handed Northern Iowa its only regular season loss in a 5-set victory in the championship match. The Gophers started the conference season with a 1-3 mark before turning it around in Ann Arbor against the Wolverines.
And Taverson puts it down.
I think going back after that timeout, everyone was just, we're going to do our best, we're going to take it to them, and we're not going to lose.
Trailing 0-2, Minnesota came out of the break and dominated Michigan, earning its first win in Ann Arbor since 2005. The Gophers were led by Ashley Whitman, Catherine Harms, and Tori Dixon, who all had double-digit kills, and Mia Taberson's 56 assists. The Gophers then capped off the successful weekend with a 3-set win over Michigan State in East Lansing.
Covered nicely by the Gophers. Good defense here. Right side, Harms through the block to score.
With another double-digit performance from the likes of the Whitman, Harms, Dixon trio, the Gophers swept the Spartans 25-22, 25-22, and 27-25.
And Minnesota gets their 10th win of the season.
It was really good for our team confidence to know that we can go on the road and play and even come back from down 0-2 against good teams. So it was a good little confidence to put in our confidence backpack, like Laura Bush always says.
After Minnesota defeated Iowa, it welcomed new conference member Nebraska to town. The match was played at Williams Arena with 9,354 people coming through the turnstile. It marked the 4th largest crowd to ever witness a Gopher volleyball match. Gophers would pull off their biggest road win of the season when they defeated Illinois in Champaign.
I could see it in their eyes. They were ready to make a statement. They were ready to finish the match, get out of Champaign, let's get back to Minnesota, and let's keep moving forward.
After dropping a 3-set match to Northwestern the night before, the Gophers would then defeat the eventual national runner-up Illinois in straight sets. The Illini were the highest-ranked team the Gophers have ever defeated, ranked 3rd in the country.
Probably one of my favorite matches I've played as a Gopher, you know. For them to go on to the national final, it kind of showed how good we can be as a team when we really play a team game.
After being on the road 7 of the first 10 weeks, Minnesota closed out the conference season with 6 of its next 8 opponents at home.
Fuller overpass and a kill. Whitman has the Gophers 1 point away from forcing set 5.
After a grueling 5-set loss to Penn State, the Gophers defeated Ohio State in 4 and Michigan State in 3 sets. The Gophers wrapped up the Big Ten season with wins against Iowa, Wisconsin, and Indiana, setting the stage for a potential home field advantage in the NCAA tournament.
Our whole goal is to play at home in the first, second round so that we can be at home pretty much the whole tournament.
We have the crowd, we have all the players, we have our court, we have our facilities. It's just a very familiar environment, and just being able to play there is just huge for us.
The Gophers drew a familiar opponent in North Dakota State, and the Gophers earned a 3-set win over the Bison to set the stage against the Washington Huskies in the second round.
Harms on the right-hand side. It's good. Catherine Harms has got 6 kills.
I think in the first 2 sets, we really did not compete very well. We didn't respond to anything. Just some basic fundamental parts of the game just weren't coming through.
It was our seniors that were talking about, like, this is our last game. This could be our last match of the season, and we don't want to go down 3-0 at our home.
But Parker gets a good set. Granquist is there to handle it. Taverson Cowles to stay alive. It's good! Haley Cowles scores. Minnesota wins.
Trailing 2 sets, Minnesota came roaring back and defeated Washington in the final 3 sets.
Taverson again. Cowles for a 5th set. It's good! Good swing there for Rowland, but a great dig for Minnesota. It's a free ball. Rowland will try it again. This time Suter handles it. Taverson left side. Cowles. It is match point. Suter to Taverson. Harms. The swing kept alive. Granquist bumps it ahead to Taverson. Now again, it's the captain, Cowles. Oh, how sweet it is. Minnesota going to the Sweet 16. They string 3 sets in a row together.
We talk about being, competitively great and competitive greatness overall. And that was just a tribute to a lot of talks, a lot of team meetings, and some of that taken to heart and it finally showing through.
Catherine Harms paved the way with a career-high 29 kills and 24 digs, while Mia Taverson came into the match in the 3rd set and recorded 45 assists.
Ari's floater down the line, kept alive.
Minnesota would advance to the Sweet 16 and face another familiar foe in number 4 seed Iowa State.
Yes, sir, Haley!
The Gophers took the first set against the Cyclones 25-18, but fell in the next 3, including a 31-29 thrilling 4th set. The Gophers ended the season with a 20-12 overall record and an 11-9 mark within the Big Ten Conference.
Just to add to the tradition of Minnesota volleyball, and it's just going to be another banner that's up there that I can look at down the road when I come back to games and, be like, I was a part of that team and all that stuff. So it's always a good memory to have.
The dynamic sophomore duo of Whitman and Dixon garnered conference and national recognition this season. Both were named All Big Ten and All Mid-East region. Whitman was named a second-team All-America, while Dixon received honorable mention status.
All I think about is, and they're still not at their best. There's still so much potential. They're starting to touch part of it and starting to get there, but I'm really excited to see not only how these 2 particular players grow, but the rest of the program develops.
The Gophers also had 3 strong seniors this year in Haley Cowles, Ariana Filio, and Jessica Granquist. An NCAA All-Tournament selection, Cowles returned to the Gopher lineup in 2011 after missing the previous season with an injury. In her senior season, Filio had a team-best hitting percentage and also led Minnesota in blocks. Granquist was the 2010 Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year and finished her career 3rd on the Gophers' all-time digs list with 1,737.
Oh, I definitely take away my friendships that I made over the last 5 years. Just the random memories I'm going to have with them in the locker room more than playing on the court and everything. You know, that's great memories, but definitely just the stuff people don't really see will definitely stick with me the most.
A strong tradition of Golden Gopher volleyball continues as the sights are set high for the future once again.
We have the resources, we have the support, we have the players, and we can attract the players along with a solid coaching staff. Expectations will continually be high, and obviously the ultimate goal is to win a national championship, and that's the mark of, you know, as we start a season, we start with that goal in mind and work towards that consistently.
Feel it coming.